all of our counselors on our front line at the Job Link have experienced incarceration. So there's a kind of, I can hear what you're talking about, kind of attitude amongst our counselors when people come to hear us, and that makes people feel very comfortable.
9 years, 8 months, 22 days in prison. 9 years, 8 months, 22 days. Although I experienced those things, I still had time to recover from those things, knowing that there's another side of this world that I can make the same kind of money in and have the same lifestyle and just help people who are, in the same boat that I'm in.
So we understand the issues that you face. We understand the things that you have to go through. We understand the process. But what we here to tell you is that while you're going through that process, don't just be sitting around waiting for somebody to hand you something. Don't be sitting around waiting for somebody to hand you something.
We have to be stern. We have to help people understand there is life after prison if you want it. But we're not going to hold your hand. We're not going to babysit you because we don't have time for that. What we have time to do is to put you on the right path because we are a resource center. And that's what we do. We provide you with the places and the information and the people to see to help you get on the right track. But it's got to be in your heart.
We want to say good afternoon to everyone, and we will have a brief presentation from several speakers and then take questions.
Easing over into our advocacy piece, our legislators, primarily in North Carolina, are kind of still ingrained in prison consciousness. In other words, building more prisons and spending dollars in this whole lock them up and throw away the key kind of mentality. We have just been a part of a team effort and a community effort with other organizations such as ours to help get an ex-offender reentry study bill filed. Representative Garland Pierce in the North Carolina legislature was the primary sponsor, along with several co-sponsors, Ed Jones in the Senate side, to help educate our legislatures around why it's important to study this whole issue of incarceration and reentry and appropriating money now, maybe in transition, and maybe in building support networks, and maybe in having substance abuse treatment centers, maybe in having halfway houses, to put those same dollars into that versus putting dollars into prisons, where in North Carolina we spend between $25,000 and $30,000 a year per person who's incarcerated. And on average, it costs between $8,500 and $10,000 a year, maybe to build a support network around a person to help them get job training and to help them get housing and to help them get support, human services, to help them become positive and productive citizens again. And if they're out, they still can work and pay taxes. And if we don't help a person get work, if we don't help a person get back to their families and go through anger management classes and get housing and these types of things, then the issue of public safety becomes a concern for all people, because now the people who couldn't find a job, 2/3 will go back and commit crimes that will get them back probably in prison again. And what people don't realize is that we talk about the price of incarceration, and that, yes, that is an index, but we hardly ever talk about the price of victimization. And every new crime carries with it a victim. And if you've got that many people committing crimes with this wave, I call a tsunami, a wave of people who are coming home, with that many people committing new crimes, there's a great chance that if we don't help those people, that we become weakened by the fact of being, having a potential of those victims being us.
So let's look at this thing and getting our folks back to work. Let's try to keep them out of our prison system as much as we can. Thank you so much for letting me be here.
Well, I think that when you look at the work that Dennis Gaddy is doing and the way in which he has come to this work, in some sense, I would give him the title that the Bible calls an ambassador of reconciliation. Dennis has, by his own admission and his own acknowledgments, for public record, has had his own moment of failure. But he's turned that moment of failure into a time and a possibility for helping and being a voice and avenue of change for other people.
We started as an all-volunteer organization. Actually, the work that we currently do was birthed out of my work release experience with Good Work at Building Together Ministries, which is a great partner of ours. I want to make sure that the people know that Building Together Ministries has been a powerful partner to us over the years and currently serves as a home of our administrative offices. Over the last 5 years, we've extended our work in pockets across the state. We still partner with Good Work, our longtime partner and friend John Parker, who has been a mentor to me in the community-based organization. Reggie Edwards, I want to mention her at Building Together. She was one of my work release supervisors at the time and has been a strong mentor with our work with women. The 5 years has been quick, but it's been phenomenal. And I think we've probably touched over 750 people, not by way of having served that many, but I think we've touched that many. We could probably show evidence of paperwork or applications of over 750 people that we've touched over that time, and currently touching maybe between 50 and 100 people a month by way of our youth work, our entrepreneurship work, our reentry work. Well, where we're going for the next 5 years. I think that we've reached a perch now that we could launch. We've got a lot of visions and dreams about, from a reentry standpoint, we would like to create a reentry training institute. We would like to be able to have a place where people from across the state can come and serve and learn about building reentry partnerships and building reentry networks by maybe having some of our people share with them about how we've done it over the last 5 years. That's a dream of mine. To be able to create some leaders from the personal development standpoint, we want to help people start businesses. That's on the radar. Very excited about our Ex-Offender Speakers Bureau, where people like myself have kind of come together and formalized and come together as a speakers team to go out and share the word about how you can take a setback and turn it into a comeback. And we've got a team of folks that we're putting together that I'm very excited about where that's headed. Let me also say here, kind of parenthetically, is that I appreciate the support of my family. My wife and my 2 daughters have been extremely supportive of the work that we do. Jackie, 26 years of marriage, and April and Ashley, who are in school and kind of in college now. That team, they're kind of behind the scenes. People don't see them a lot, but these folk have been special to me and helping me, give me the inspiration to keep on keeping on. And I'd like to give them a shout out as well.
I would certainly like to commend Dennis, and I admire the work that CSI has done, and I admire him, and I admire the fact that you're going to persevere with this and keep it going, and it can only get better.
Well, I just want to say congratulations to especially Dennis with taking the bull by the horn, so to speak, and doing the things that he's done and the energy that he shows in this program.
Thank you to my mentors. Thank you to our board of directors. Thank you to our volunteers. Thank you to our donors. Thank you to our foundations and our financial supporters who have believed in us before we had the brochure and before we had the website. And we appreciate those people still kind of supporting us today in a mighty way. And of course, we're adding supporters as we go along. And I just want to say thank you to those people for believing in us. Thank you for the community for accepting us. And thank you for the partnerships that we've had to make our organization a reality. And I happen to be the beneficiary of having a position where I can lead an organization that works around the empowerment concept, and I'm blessed with that.